In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to do the backside 900, the cheat 900 and the swing 900. These are all called 900s, even though they are spinning only 360 to 540 degrees in the air. This naming system is due to the terminology being based on the cheat kicks, and the cheat kicks have this extra 360 added to them because of the cheat setup. If we look at the cheat 900, I'm starting my chest facing to the camera, then I'm doing the 360 or almost 360 cheat step, and then I'm taking off from the backside, which means that my foot is facing to the opposite direction I'm going to. Then, if you count from my chest, I'm spinning 360 degrees in the air, and because of the kick, there comes this extra 180 degrees to the kick. And because the terminology is based on this, for example, backside 900, it's technically a backside 540, but because it's based on the cheat terminology and it has the same rotation as the cheat 900, it makes sense to call it backside 900. And swing 900, it's just a backside 900 but done from the left leg only. So all of these kicks have the same amount of twisting in the air, and because of this it makes sense to teach them all in this one video. But let's get started. Before learning these three kicks, you should have a nice round kick and a nice tornado kick. You don't really necessarily need anything else, and it makes sense to start with learning the backside 900 because it's the easiest of these three, and it actually makes even more sense to start learning the kick without the kick and actually doing it a little bit cheated at first. And with cheating in this context, I mean that you are jumping 90 degrees short from the full rotation. So do this kind of step, then jump, do 360 spin in the air and land on your left leg. Get comfortable with the spinning and landing on the left leg, and then lift your right leg or right knee up and don't kick, and practice this until it's very comfortable. And after this you have two choices. You can either start doing the real backside 900 without a kick, or you can start learning how to kick. I think it's maybe wiser to start learning to kick at first and then only go for the full rotation, so that you're not cheating at all in the beginning. Don't kick as hard as you can in the beginning when you are learning this. Work your way up slowly. It's really helpful. And then eventually you will get your backside 900 really good. But do all these steps first. It's really important. And really your round kick, it's really important too. I'm gonna give you some more details on all these three kicks after I have taught you to do them, like at least at some level. But let's next get to the cheat 900. And the cheat 900 can actually be a little bit tricky at first, especially when you have practiced a lot of cheat 7s before it, because the leg switching can be quite hard at first. And I have actually 3 exercises that you should do for your cheat 9. The first one is the fake cheat 720 rapid round. And this is the easiest of these 3 exercises. You just kind of do a cheat 720 quite near the ground without a kick, and then when you're landing, rapidly do a roundhouse kick. But the problem with this is that it just doesn't teach you how to switch the legs in the air, and the next exercise comes super handy in this one, and it's the jumping. You're jumping off one leg and then doing a 360 and then coming down to the other leg and raising your right knee up. And this is actually physically the hardest of these 3, but it gives you the most bang for your buck. If you can do this very well, you can definitely do the next step, which is the same thing but from the cheat setup. And this step is essential for learning how to lift the left leg chambered up and how to use your arms to gain momentum and power for the 360 spin in the air and then landing on the chambered left leg and also getting your right knee up for the kick. Then when you can do this, it's just about starting to add a small round kick and then making it better over time. And that's how you learn Cheat 900. Then we still have the Swing 900, which is actually the hardest of these three, in my opinion, at least to do it well. Because you could do it so that you just swing your right knee up and then keep your left leg completely straight and then just kick with the right leg. And this way you can stay completely upright, but I personally go for the little harder but a little better looking version, in my opinion. And here I'm swinging my right leg a little bit bent and a little bit to the side. And this is followed by lifting my left knee up and I'm a little bit tucked in the air and I'm leaning a little bit back. And then this way I can kick my right leg from chamber completely up towards the sky, and it makes the kick look bigger and stronger, and it looks a little bit like cork round, but for me cork round should look like this and not like this. So the more you lean back, the more it will resemble a cork round, but still the kick comes out to a little bit different direction than during a cork round, which is the reason I think this is a Swing 9 and not a cork round. The inversion also, I think I'm a little bit more upright when I do Swing 9 than when I do a cork round. And in my opinion, doing the Swing 9 from the scoot is maybe the best way to go, because the scoot is landing and you are doing it in such an angle that it supports doing vert twisting, at least when you are swinging from it. And for me, doing it from the scoot feels just more natural than doing it from the J-step, for example. And actually Swing 9 is a little bit different from the Backside 9 and Cheat 9, where I'm taking off so that my arms are separated so that I can go from big to small in the air, and this will accelerate the twist, make it look faster and more intentional, and the kick comes out nicer and I stay more upright more easily. But in Swing 9 I'm just swinging my right arm like straight towards my chest when I'm taking off. I'm not doing this arm opening in the beginning. And all these three kicks have in total 2 spots in the air. And when you're training them, make sure to have the 2 spots. When you're comboing them, it can be a little bit harder to see where you're kicking because it goes past so fast. At least I can't do the spots when I'm doing combos. It's just too fast for my brain. And as I already told, you need to have a very good roundhouse kick before you are trying to learn these, or at least it's very beneficial if you want them to look good. So proper roundhouse kick means that you are kicking from chamber and then maybe re-chambering the leg if you want, and you should be kicking through your target. So it's not just a snap. And you can probably see that I do this weird thing with my right arm when I'm kicking, and that is just to get more powerful kick. Also, a roundhouse kick requires proper hip turnover. If you don't have hip turnover, it's just a front kick and it's not gonna look powerful. When you are doing these kicks, make sure to think about these small details. But I think that was all I have to say about these kicks. Make sure to practice them through these steps. I hope this tutorial will help you with learning these kicks, or at least making them better. If you have any suggestions what tutorials I could make in the future, put them into the comments below. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.